Which company or entity disregarded their primary audience and faced the consequences as a result? It's pretty niche, but the app Untapped. It was a place to log the beers you've tried, earn badges for trying different styles beer, or trying beers from different countries, different breweries, etc. It used to be a place that encouraged variety and camaraderie in the craft beer world. They sold, and all they do now is pimp their beer box shipping service and only create badges when someone sponsors them. Couldn't even be bothered to do anything for National Beer Day. Creative Assembly, a game company that makes strategy games. They recently tried to break into the shooter battle royale market with a game called Hyenas. $100 million on Hyenas before realizing they didn't have the know-how or the customer fan base. They had a large fan base, but they were fans of strategy games to make it work. And it never released. $100 million down the drain, because they wanted to have the next Fortnite. Tesla, although we're only just starting to see the consequences of that. Lines not producing enough parts to alleviate service wait times. Still changing, removing features. Services, policies without any regard for customers, and still haven't improved their quality standards. I'd argue Facebook. They actually started out as a college alumni and student group. It really wasn't meant for the general public, and especially how it devolved into the vast political echo chamber it is. You now very rarely see young adults and college students using that platform anymore. It's mostly middle-aged or older people. Disney Star Wars spit in the face of the already established canonical universe. Events after the Skywalker saga, and hardcore fans came back with weak writing. Basically regurgitated events from the originals, and to the best of my knowledge on films alone have yet to even make enough to cover the initial cost of Lucasfilms. This isn't a well-known one, but Mountain Equipment Co-op in Canada. They shifted from niche sports like climbing and hiking to more urban fashion products. After this they made mistakes like expanding to fast and betting on the wrong horse during COVID, and they went bankrupt. The 99-only store. For the last 2 years, nothing in the store was 99 anymore. It was beyond infuriating. Everything was cheaper at regular stores. Made no sense to shop there anymore. I stopped shopping there 2 years ago. Might explain why they're going out of business. Gibson, the guitar manufacturer, tried to venture into consumer electronics. The period was marked by poor quality control and gadgets like electronic tuners being put in every guitar, which a lot of people hated. Food Network, for me, they went from some really good cooking shows, where I learned a lot of things and saw great cooks cooking, to a bunch of game shows about food and competitions that are pretty boring. WWE for a majority of the last 10 to 15 years as Vince McMahon slowly lost his mind. It's a damn miracle they kept it together long enough to even see their current post-Vince boom period. Hewlett-Packard and most of the other printer makers. Dane shittified their printers to force us to buy their absurdly overpriced ink. Now I don't know anyone who owns a printer anymore. Benetton pretty much tried everything and screwed everything from World Without Borders, children, migration, AIDS, condoms and death row. Did I miss anything? Citadel Securities. They have like 16 or 17 core clients who depended on Ken Griffin keeping his face out of the spotlight. Now the salt pillars are dissolving. Many movies made based on beloved toys, comics, and or TV shows that just go completely off book and change everything about the IP that the core fanbase loves. They are saying that people who didn't like that one Battlefield game should just not buy it. Well, they didn't buy it, and they lost an awful lot of money. For me, Animal Planet, a tagline became surprisingly human. Nobody wants to watch Animal Planet for people. They have other channels. Disney went full woke trying to preach and have seen the repercussions in their box office duds and poorly reviewed shows and movies. Watcher thinking they would be successful without YouTube when their main demographic is people who only watch 2 of their series. I would say Tumblr after implementing a stricter content policy. Reddit could suffer the same fate if they follow that path too. Disney, Skype, Bud Light, History Channel does not quality. Their foray into alien conspiracy had disturbingly good consequences. Bud Light. When collabing with a large trans creator, the community is really redneck. And that did not go down well. All of Congress, regardless if you are left or right, if you ain't no billionaire, just follow.